Armored Combat Vehicles designers at General Dynamics Corporation will build advanced Stryker wheeled vehicles for the U.S. Army under terms of a $146.7 million contract announced. Stryker is a deployable fighting vehicle that is more lethal than light vehicles like Humvees, yet is lighter and more maneuverable than heavyweight combat vehicles like the M1 Abrams main battle tank. The Stryker A1 has a 910 amp alternator to support future electrical power upgrades for future network equipment, an enhanced power distribution unit chassis upgrade, increased chassis payload capacity from 55,000 pounds to 63,000 pounds, and upgrades to its driveline to support an in-vehicle network architecture. Addition of 30mm cannon turret to the Stryker can boost the vehicle's firepower substantially. A 30mm cannon bullet is about 10 inches long, while a .50 caliber machine gun bullet is about 5 inches long, and a 7.62mm machine gun bullet is about 3 inches long. Stryker is an armored combat vehicle that is more lethal than light vehicles, yet is lighter and more maneuverable than heavyweight main battle tanks. Most Stryker vehicles and Vetronics today have the Protector M151 remote weapon station with .50 cal M2 machine gun, 7.62mm M240 machine gun, or MK19 automatic grenade launcher. Some heavily armed versions have a 105mm main gun, similar to a tank. Compared to earlier versions of the Stryker, the upgraded Stryker A1 has superior engine power, which should result in greater mobility in combat. The Stryker's fire control system, which includes a remote weapon station, targeting screen, and manual controls, can receive radar camera fused information before tracking and locking onto the target. The target tracking, lock-on, and fire functions are managed by a control stick and soft switches on the screen, allowing the gunner to slew the weapon onto the target. The tactical aim with much of this is to further fortify infantry brigade combat teams with supportive fires or maneuver operations, especially across bridges or through high-threat areas facing enemy fire. The flat-bottom Stryker family has 3 variants on a common vehicle platform: the M1127 reconnaissance vehicle, the M1128 mobile gun system, and the M1135 NBC reconnaissance vehicle. The Stryker A1 also can be equipped with a Scout Mission Equipment Package modification for reconnaissance missions. The Stryker A1 also establishes the framework for the vehicular integration for C4ISR/EW interoperability Victory Vetronics industry standard architecture for networking integration and data sharing among the vehicle's common crew stations. The new Stryker version also provides gigabit Ethernet capability. While 50 caliber and 7.62mm machine guns primarily shoot anti-personnel bullets for fighting enemy soldiers, the 30mm cannon is an armor-piercing round that is effective against other armored vehicles and fortified bunkers. The Stryker Armored Combat Vehicle is named for 2 American servicemen who posthumously received the Medal of Honor: Private First Class Stewardess Stryker, who died in World War II, and Specialist for Robert F. Stryker, who died in the Vietnam War. On this contract, General Dynamics will do the work at locations predetermined with each order, and should be finished by November 2024. The Stryker is also being armed with laser weapons and small, vehicle-launched, recoverable drones to increase surveillance, targeting, survivability, and lethality. Army weapons developers describe the Stryker overhaul as a mash-up or integrated effort to add new guns, lasers, sensors, and anti-aircraft missiles. A large part of the effort is being driven by a conceptual and tactical recognition that the Cold War emphasis on counter-air or short-range air defense had atrophied during more than a decade of counterinsurgency. As part of this Stryker lethality upgrade, the Army and General Dynamics land systems have added a much more powerful 30mm cannon to the vehicle, a move which greatly expands the attack envelope for the vehicle by not only adding firepower but also including newer kinds of ammunition such as air burst rounds and proximity fuses. The Stryker's fire control system, which includes a remote weapon station, targeting screen, and manual controls, can receive radar camera fused information before tracking and locking onto the target. The target tracking, lock-on, and fire functions are managed by a control stick and soft switches on the screen, allowing the gunner to slew the weapon onto the target. The tactical aim with much of this is to further fortify infantry brigade combat teams with supportive fires or maneuver operations, especially across bridges or through high-threat areas facing enemy fire.